Cowherd, is this a mistake by LeBron?
What else is out there? This is like everybody wants their football coach fired, and it's like, who's on the market? Like, what's out there that's ideal? Are you sure?
LeBron?
Yeah, I mean, what's out there?
I don't know.
Houston?
Toronto.
Okay, well, let's slow down on Houston because then it would be LeBron, Chris Paul, who's had some knee issues, James Harden, who's a little bit of a flake, and you and I on the bench. I mean, again, let's take a deep breath on this stuff. They've had a rough month. They're going to make the playoffs. It'll unfold. I don't think rushing.
Think they're going to make the Eastern? You think they're going to win the Eastern Conference? Still?
I think they're going to make the playoffs and win a couple series, and then we'll see how it develops.
If they're not going to make the NBA Finals, which I think a lot of people think they're not at this point, why wouldn't he move on? San Antonio, Houston, just for the end of the year to make a run at.
Everybody's got him being a ring chaser. When he went back to Cleveland, was that ring chasing?
Yes. He wanted to bring a championship to Cleveland. That is chasing a ring. And he brought Kevin Love with him. He had a rough month. Was it October, November, December, or January? Considering they're 29th in defensive efficiency. There are 30 NBA teams. If not for the Sacramento Kings, they would have the worst defense in the league. That's not 1 month. That's season-long statistics. They are a disaster at the defensive end. He's not enjoying it. No one's getting along. This is check, please. So what's out there? I don't know, but the idea that he's not even going to look, of course it's a mistake. We know how this is going to end. Badly. That's how it ended last time in Cleveland. Game 6 against the Boston Celtics. He looked out of sorts. Rumors about what's going on with his family and what's going on in that locker room. It's going to end badly. Get out now. You smell smoke, get out of the house.
All right, slow down, Doug. Listen, he built up a lot of equity going back to Cleveland. All these casual fans. LeBron, that's a great thing. He's going to now quit on the Cavs at the end of the season to go and chase a ring? You think that would... How do you think the perception would be? LeBron's got the rabbit ears. You talk about it a lot. There's no way he could do this now. He cannot quit on the team.
The perception, if you're traded, is they traded me. The perception, if you sign somewhere else in the offseason, is I left. That's the perception. Even if you waive your no-trade clause, LeBron can manage that narrative. Hey, I wanted to stay, but look, I waived my no-trade clause because why would you trade me? They wanted to trade me.
How can't you not see, though, if he leaves Cleveland without them getting anything in return?
He tried. He stuck it out. He said he was going back to win a title.
Everybody in Cleveland, and not everybody, but a lot of people feel like he's leaving.
Yeah, he's blamed it on Dan Gilbert. I'm not leaving. Dan Gilbert forced me out.
The reality is he's leaving, it appears. Yeah. And so if Cleveland can get something back in return, wouldn't that be better than getting nothing? Because, again, Cowherd, his biggest fan, won't even say he's making the NBA Finals now. So we know, if he lost Cowherd, you lost America.
Like Cronkite.
Right? Yeah. So, look, I think the way to give back to Cleveland is to let them get something in value.
You think he cares about that?
No, he doesn't, and that's the problem. He's at war with Dan Gilbert and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
He doesn't give a rip. His whole thing is, okay, you're going to trade me? Where am I going?
Yeah.
He doesn't care about Dan Gilbert at all.
LeBron calls the shots. He decides where he goes, and he decides who he's bringing with him.
Tell me, where would he go?
The Lakers.
Yeah.
The Lakers.
In the offseason, when he can bring somebody else.
Why go in the offseason? Go now.
Why? And miss the playoffs, Doug? Are you crazy?
Why?
He's been to the finals 7 years in a row.
Okay, so you're just staying for the Eagle. This thing is not fun. You could also, look, there's a million places you could go. Milwaukee, you could try and go to San Antonio and find a way with an expiring contract. It can be done with Houston to see what that is like. You could go to the Clippers and get into the playoffs and see if you like LA. But look, the point is what Jason's saying. There's two ways to go here. Either you force Dan Gilbert to trade that that top pick that you got from Brooklyn, right? And if you do so, you're going to leave nothing except bad contracts behind.
What?
But if you get traded, now all of a sudden you're going to leave. You're like, look, I left, they traded me, and I left them with their pick and with some other players in return.
Let me just throw this out there. I'm going to recalibrate here. You get to do this all the time. I get one time. Okay. Doug makes an interesting point. You go to Los Angeles. So if you're LeBron and you're like I'm going to get clobbered either by Boston or Golden State, it's a bad look. And
maybe Toronto.
Okay. So LeBron says, if I say trade me to L.A., everybody's going to give me a pass this year. Mm-hmm. So the rest of the year you'll say, hell, was a hell. He made the Lakers fun. Nobody's going to blame LeBron because you never know with LeBron. They may end up getting to the last seat. The Lakers are playing well. It's an interesting point.
And then smoked in the first round by the Warriors.
But you wouldn't blame him.
Who cares?
LeBron,
They're going to lose in the playoffs anyway.
Yes.
Luol Deng's contract. Luol Deng's still on the Lakers. That contract
that's right.
still exists.
So nobody, to Doug's point,
You get rid of all those
if
bad
you go
contracts.
to the Lakers, it's kind of almost, it's kind of like a fun retirement. I'm still in the league. I get no heat. By the way, Boston wins the East. I look even more valuable. It's a good brand play.
Are we forgetting that Kyle Lowry got hurt in the playoffs last year? The Cavs swept him. Kyrie Irving got hurt in the playoffs, I believe, 3 years ago with the Cavs. Things happen.
Jason,
LeBron's going to bail
you're
now.
still going to get killed in the finals.
Oh, yes, everybody's going to get killed in the finals.
But you don't have to go to the Lakers and you don't have to go to the finals.
Hold on. Here's the thing. It's not happening, as Jason said. It's not happening. The question is it a mistake to not happen, to shut down trade discussions? And I think it's a mistake to not at least offer up the possibility of, hey, let's see what's out there. Instead, now, I'm going to ride this thing out. This is going to end poorly.
Well, look, are you buying, Jason, the Lakers won't pursue LeBron this offseason?
I'm buying the report. It's from Adrian Wojnarowski and Ramona Shelburne, two highly credible NBA reporters. So I'm buying the report. Can the Lakers change course and renege on whatever they've set out? Yes, they can. But here's what I really think is going on, and I'm going to get crucified for saying this. I think the Lakers are right now at this moment are like, you know what? You know what LeBron guarantees at this point in his career? A headache. That's what he guarantees. Championships? No, he does not guarantee. He's never guaranteed championships. He's won 3. Again, he reminds me of a modern-day Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain had too many gifts and was a little bit off and hard to deal with. LeBron James, a 6'9" version of Wilt Chamberlain, will never win as many championships as guys that are much more stable personality-wise. And so at 34 or whatever he is, 15 years in the league, whatever he is, I think the Lakers are looking at it and saying, I'm not sure if he's worth that trouble. He guarantees you a headache and some ticket sales, but championships, I'm not so sure.
Look, he did actually guarantee championships. Not 1, not 2, not 3, right? So he did actually guarantee championships. Whether he delivers on them,
He delivered headaches every year.
Look, you and I agree on that, and I think that's what we're looking at here. If you look previously, LeBron's camp, okay, or what was coming out of LeBron's camp and being leaked through Brian Windhorst, another credible journalist, was, well, maybe look at Houston. Well, maybe look at Golden State. Well, maybe look here. Maybe, and what it is, this is just a leverage play. It's negotiating in the media. Because what LeBron wants is, LeBron wants his guys, LeBron wants his coach, LeBron wants his headaches, LeBron wants it his way. And the Lakers are like, look, we want you here, but we want you to join our organization. And that's why they're fighting this fight now. And if not, they'll be like, that's okay. We'll move on. Next year, we get Klay Thompson, younger, better, and maybe Kawhi Leonard, younger, better. Both are from L.A. Both would die to be Lakers.
LeVar Ball's already a massive headache. Now you add LeBron to it.
That's good. I do question the timing of this report. 2 days before the trade deadline, okay? I talked about this on your show last week. 3 weeks ago, all Houston Rockets and LeBron. Last week, Golden State and LeBron. This week, Lakers. Oh, we don't want LeBron. Something seems fishy. Who's planting all these stories? I think you're onto something, Doug. I do believe LeBron's camp is pushing all these agendas.
Okay, so Magic just got fined today for tampering.
Yeah, again.
Okay, again.
Okay, but, I mean, it's the most ridiculous tampering fine in the history of the league.
Whatever. But a week ago, I had somebody tell me, Magic and LeBron have talked. Well, if I heard it, somebody in New York has heard it. And Magic's thinking, listen, I'm going to call Woj and Ramona, respected journalists, and I'm going to tell them, no interest. We got to cool this crap off. Because he already had one tampering. The day he got another. If word is out there and people are saying, like, Magic and LeBron camps are talking, and it comes back to Magic, he may have just wanted to cool this puppy off.
Yep.
It's not bad, except for Magic got fined for tampering for saying that he thinks Giannis is going to put Milwaukee on the map.
No, it's still the second time, though. The first was Paul George.
I don't understand how that's tampering. You're saying that he's going to be in Milwaukee and win a championship.
No, but you're right. But he was fined $50,000. Is this just, who would you call if you wanted to get word out? You'd call Woj and maybe Ramona.
I wouldn't, because, again, the reporters that get played that easily are, generally speaking, a little bit lower on the totem pole.
All right.
And so Wojnarowski, as seasoned as they come. Ramona, very seasoned. again, and I'm not saying they're not capable of being played or used by a source. But again, if I'm sitting there, who can I get this story out there with? Those aren't the guys I'm looking to.
What has really hurt the LeBron negotiations that have yet to take place is the idea was we'll bring Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in because he's rep by Rich Paul. We'll overpay him, okay, for a year, keep that cap space, and then we're going to use that to get 2 stars. And the Kentavious Caldwell-Pope thing's been a disaster.
Mess.
He was out of shape. He had a DUI. Yeah. Hell, 26 days he was actually sleeping in a detention facility and then working for the LA Lakers with one of those things on his ankle. Yeah. Okay? And he is not a particularly great guy in the locker room. And, like, that's the guy who's supposed to bridge the gap between a former agent who's running the Lakers and a current agent for LeBron. And so, like, LeBron brings headaches. He wants his coach. And this is the Lakers going like, hey, you want to come here? Cool. You're going to do it our way. You're going to be a Laker. Otherwise, we don't want another Albert Pujols-like contract, an aging superstar, and we get the back end of the deal.
They're already dealing with the LeVar headache. You add LeBron to the mix. I don't know.